My peer was drinking less than what was in there. Baststeiner. But Norman Wahnschaff, CTO Webtrekk, welcome on stage.
Christian, where's the machine with the button?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So let me start with data. I think in our business there cannot be creativity without data. So think of all banners should be controlled, every landing page should be optimized, and every campaign should be personalized. I think we have in that area two main challenges to face. First one, you really should ensure that all the user-generated data is in one place, is stored in one place. That contains web data, that contains app data. Maybe you have offline stores with beacon tracking and CRM data, of course. All the data should be stored in one place. And remember, users are those guys who pay us, most of us. And that's why it really makes sense to organize your data user-centric. The second challenge we have to face is to understand that special kind of data, that user-centric data, and for sure generate insights on top of that. So in my next couple of slides I would like to show you the features we are offering to support you to gain as fast as possible insights out of that user-centric data. So I really like that slide. It's crowded, it's colorful, it's sexy analytics, right? But you also see you now can place report elements wherever you want. So there's no limitation anymore in layouting and positioning report elements. You also can resize report elements to whatever you want. So that's a really nice feature. Now you can link reports directly with each other. So imagine you have a set of reports that are covering a specific topic. For example, analyzing your sales funnel. And now you can link those reports directly with each other. And it can look like that. There's a customized navigation bar within the reports. And it's really 100% customizable. You don't have to use that black thing. What's also nice, now you can put so-called anchor tags in your report. So imagine you have a really huge report with thousands of report elements, with analysis and so on. And now you can put anchor tags in the report to be able to directly jump into the report to the right position. And both features, linking reports with each other and using anchor tags, are really nice to navigate through your dashboards. So another really powerful feature, we added so-called report filter to our report and dashboarding engine. So now, there's a laser, that are report filters. You can have up to 8 of them within one report, and you sense it by using just one filter. You filter the entire dashboard or report. And I think that's a feature that report admins will really make smile, because you just have to create one report and let your internal audience or your internal customers filter that report by their needs. By department, by product group, by marketing channel, or by segment. Really makes life easier of report admins. pivot tables within reports are 100% dynamic. So you can, so let me help you a little bit. Here, you can expand every pivot node, you can collapse them, and you can change via drag and drop the dimension order within the report. So even more dynamic, you can place external pictures in the report, and it can look like that. That's the external icon, like this or like that. And you also can put HTML and CSS elements in the report. Like this one, those, and there we go. So you have almost unlimited options to style and lay out the report. So it's also very nice. You can enrich your dashboards with more context information. So now you can embed slideshows from external sources, like from SlideShare, just by copy-pasting the embedding code, push it into your report, and then you are done. Then you have a slide show within your dashboard. Or you can put videos from YouTube or wherever in your dashboard. And that's a feature I really like. You can take screenshots in real time from external websites and also put them in your dashboard. So as you see, you have more or less unlimited possibilities to style dashboards, to do the layouting, to embed stuff, to present information, and to help you with that to better understand how it works in detail, how the HTML stuff is working, how the embedding stuff is working. We will bring a couple of standard dashboards in the next couple of weeks and months, so that you really understand in detail how it works. You just can copy-paste those standard reports, change them, play a little bit around with that to better understand what's going on. So, is it another dashboard? No, it's a screenshot. It's a screenshot of a PDF. So we really took care about that. PDFs are looking the same like your HTML reports. We also invested time to make the analytics responsive. So at the left-hand side, you see the navigation bar, the navigation structure in the responsive mode, and right-hand, you see a responsive little dashboard. We also optimized the view of your dashboards on big screens, on TVs, and so on. So now you can hide the menu bars to give your dashboard more space. Okay, so that was everything from the dashboarding reporting area. Talking about being user-centric. You can't be user-centric without cross-device data. And I would like to show you this dashboard. It's becoming a standard dashboard in the next weeks. And it shows you easily how many devices a user has in average, how many devices, or how many users only one device have, how many users 2 devices have, and so on. You also see how many devices a user uses within a month, or whatever devices the user has. And a lot of stuff more. So we investigated a bit to better understand what the impact of cross-device data on attribution modeling and customer journey analytics is. And here are some numbers. In around 20% of customer journeys with cross-device data, the first touch point changed. Okay, that's interesting. Even more interesting is that in 13% of all customer journeys with cross-device data, the last touch point changed. And I think most of you is using the last touch point change, the last touch point wins attribution, so that you can assume that there's really an impact of cross-device data on attribution modeling. We dig a little deeper to get an impression what's the impact of cross-device data on campaign performances. We found some marketing studies from CTO, from Facebook, Rocket Fuel, and so on. For sure, it's marketing that are marketing numbers, but I think you see a trend. What's cross-device data campaign can do for your campaign performance. And as Christian mentioned, we have something in place to cross devices or to bridge devices, which is other. So we all know how difficult it is to get proper cross-device data, especially for your unknown users. And that's a problem the cross-device bridge solves, and it works more or less like that you push cross-device able data from your known users, all anonymized, into the cross-device bridge, and you get cross-device data for your unknown users. So that's a deal, quite straightforward, and it's really easy to participate in the cross-device bridge. So in that area, just change the JavaScript, activate the cross-device bridge, and you are done. Yeah, and we really recommend to do that via a tech integration system. In that area, you can use our SDK, or even better, you can use our server-to-server API. Nice thing here, you don't have to touch your app. And cross-device bridge is free for analytics, so no reason to wait. So again, talking about being user-centric. In that area, it should be really possible to filter users by their interests. So imagine you want to filter all users who are interested in jeans. I think most of us would do it like that. So choosing a visitor container and filtering by product category equal jeans. So quite straightforward. It works. You will get all users who have 1 page impression in jeans and 100 page impression in jeans, and everything in between, of course. If you want to do it a little more sophisticated, you can use a threshold. So then your filter might look like that. So again, all users are filtered who were in jeans, and the threshold, they must have in that area a minimum 3 page impressions. So that filter kicks definitely out all the bouncers. Even better than the first example. But imagine you have users who have 3 clicks in jeans and 50 clicks in t-shirts. Are those users interested in jeans? I don't think so. And that's why we added a new context. It's called visitor preference context. You can choose that context via the standard context menu. And what it does is that context analyzes the behavior of the user using significance and really brings back only real interests. And you need such kind of filter methodology because in the second step you want to target those users. So we added another nice user-centric feature. It's our Net Promoter Score widget. You easily can push it on your website via tech integration. So that's our tech management system, and no worries. It works perfectly together with your existing tech management. yeah, the widget for sure collects NPS data. You can combine those NPS data with your campaigns. That's really interesting to do that. And you can segment, or you can build segments by that NPS data. For example, you can build a segment like promoters or a segment like detractors. Later on, I have an example for that. And you also get qualitative feedback on your service, not just the NPS score. Yeah, good. But now let me talk a little bit more about app analytics. So we pinned our app SDKs, and now you are able to easily track web-to-app campaigns and app-to-app campaigns. The nice thing here is that those kind of data is 100% compatible with your campaign data from web, maybe from your stores or from whatever. So in the end, you can set up a campaign controlling that represents 100% of the digital users' touch points. And you really need that if you want to be user-centric again. Yes, we all know how much it hurts to publish a new app version in app stores, especially if the reason we are taking issues. And that's why we improved our SDKs by a feature called Auto Track Everything. So that's almost what it does. So it collects all the events that are happening in your app, and send those events to our server. At server side, you take those events and map them to clear names, to nice names you better understand, or your internal audience or your internal customers better understand. At server side, you also can add categories, parameters, and stuff. So in the end, you tag your app at server side. And that's really a powerful feature. So a couple of more nice things to know in app area. So now we are able to track much more objects, dimensions, metrics. Interesting thing here is you can do crash tracking. So if your app really hard goes down, now we can catch the last error and send it to our server. So you easily can analyze what the reason was for the crash. This includes also the stack trace. You can measure app version and also deep links into apps. So if you use beacon tracking, or if you use beacons to track your shops or whatever offline, Webtrekk is supporting that. So it's 100% compatible. For example, with our partner Beacon Insights, those guys are also located here in Berlin. And again, all the data we are measuring in app area is 100% compatible with all the other data sources. And again, you need that to be user-centric. So, more analytics. We built a little nice video module that analyzes single videos very nicely. You see a preview of the video and you see how the video works in detail. It's closed beta. If you want to participate, just call us. We also improved our rights and roles concepts. So now you are able to tag reports. So what does it mean? Imagine you build a report for sales funnel analytics, and now you can tag that report with, for example, tags like e-commerce and management. Then you can assign a user all reports with a certain tag. For example, e-commerce. It's really nice. And now when you create a new report, totally new report, and tag that new report also as e-commerce, then all users who have access to e-commerce tech reports also have access to that new e-commerce report. And I think that that feature really makes life of report admins easier. We improved our rights and roles concept. Now you can assign to one user multiple roles. So imagine you have to have an admin role and an analytics role. Now you can give a user access to both roles, and both roles will be combined ad hoc. That's a nice feature for advertisers. So we will help you to better understand, to track and better understand your product list pages. And that feature brings a lot of objects and formulas with. So, for example, the product CTR, so how many users are clicked at those pages, and what the average product position was in those list pages, and much more. So finally, now you can export your raw data on an hourly basis, not just daily. We finished our tracking plugins for Hybris and for Shopware. And we will start the migration process from Q3 to analytics. And we will call you in the next couple of weeks and months to organize that together with you, along that roadmap. So, we know in our business there cannot be creativity without data. But you need something or someone that enables your data in the creative space. And that's something a data management platform can do for you. And in my next few slides, I would like to show you how a DMP can help you to optimize your marketing budget. So that's status quo. The most important digital marketing channels are auctions. Think of RTB, think of Google AdWords. And those auctions are really nice for platforms who are offering that. For advertisers, it's not really nice because their costs are increasing. And in the end, the advertisers with the biggest budgets will win the bid and therefore will win the relevant target group. So, customer acquisition costs are getting more expensive in that area, and driving users' retention is becoming more and more important. So some fresh numbers from Zalando, from their latest investors report. Zalando is able to generate 3.2 orders per active customer, I think per year. Zalando also has 70% returning customers. So they are able to really drive users' retention, and I think they did well. Some more numbers. Auto spends around 15% of its revenue for marketing. Zalando at the time 10%. They are aiming for 6 up to 8%. And Amazon 3.5% roundabout. So I think we can summarize that companies that are able to activate their existing customer base can decrease their marketing spends, but still growing. And that's really a nice trick. Decrease the budget or reinvest it, it's on you, doesn't matter. But definitely you will optimize your ROI. And you sense it. Webtrekk have something to help you to drive users' retention in the most important channels. So, one side, the ad area, the search channel, display, newsletter we started, and in the near future also SSPs. So what's the DMP about? It works in real time. It's very important. It's really real time, end to end. It's by natural cross-device and user-centric. It's open, so you can connect the DMP to other data sources, to other data providers. It provides item recommendations. It's also really nice. So you can set up data feeds that brings back products from users bought that, also bought that, and so on. Much stuff in that area. And it's 100% integrated with your web analytics data. So if you set up a segment in Q3 or analytics, you can take that segment and use it in the DMP. So finally, I have to hurry obviously. We are close to the happy end. Data means creativity, and I would like to show you some cases in that area. So quite easy, you want to push your brand. Remember the NPS widget. Pick tech integration, push it at your website, collect as much NPS data as possible. For example, showing that widget to every second person. Then create segments on top of that NPS data. One, the promoters, that are those guys who gave you a lot of points, and detractors, that are those guys who gave you 0 or less points. Then take that segments, push them in the DMP, and target them on the channels you want to. In the end, you should really try to push the promoters to the next level, turn them into brand evangelists. And you really should convert the detractors, because otherwise they could damage your brand. So second case is you want to provide a unified user experience across all devices. In the end, it's about showing the same product or item recommendations at mobile device, app, and wherever. So first step should be really participate in the cross-device bridge to get proper cross-device data, otherwise it doesn't work. Then set up an item feed in the DMP. It's by natural, user-centric, cross-device, whatever. And then connect that item feed with your existing product widgets on your website and in your app. You can do that via a tech integration system. And then you are done. So quite easy. And you don't have to change your website or app. So third and last case I would like to show you, it's about user retention. So we know how important it is to drive user retention. And this case is about to prevent churn in real time. So first of all, create a segment that represents your users at churn risk. Then choose the channels you want to target them on. And then you get a setup maybe like that. So once a user comes to your website or app and reads terms and conditions about quitting a contract, you can act instantly on the website, for example. Once the user left the website, 1 minute later, you can target him or her via display. Using a real-time able DSP, like Webtrekk, CTO is also possible to do that. 1 minute later, you can target those kind of users with an email, via Google AdWords, or via Facebook. So quite the entire targeting broadside. And hopefully you get the customer back. That's all. Thank you for listening.